Warning, this video contains multiple instances of bodily horror. This new killer is not something to look at for the faint of heart. If you are squeamish and you don't like body mutilation, please click off this video and skip past it. That looks so gross. The Krasue. The Krasue hungers for blood. Ugh, I fucking hate it. That is so fucking gross.
Into the fog we go, run fast, don't let it show. Fear in our lungs, but we move like a ghost. Into the fog we scream, hope lives inside.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the 9.2.0 PTB. We got a lot of changes to go through, but as you can see over here, if you don't know, we have a new killer. Say hello to the Krasue. Isn't that just the most disgusting thing they have ever added to this game? She is absolutely fucking gross. But yeah, the Krasue, with my understanding, is a mythical creature from Thai folklore. Able to do that. The Krasue can separate its head from its body and fly around and attack people. It's gross. And just in case you were wondering, there's her icon. It's just as scary as she is. But let's get into... Lady! I'm trying to show people who you are. Can you fucking chill? Hold on. As part of the new PTB update, opening the blood web on any killer or survivor automatically sets them to P3 level 50, so you don't have to worry about getting perks. However, let's get right in with what the Krasue, madam, what the Krasue can do. Unbodied flesh. Special ability, corporeal weave. The Krasue can shift between body and head forms at will. Body form has a 32-meter terror radius. Head form has a 40-meter terror radius. It is slightly faster, but cannot break pallets, and is not granted bloodlust. Special effect, leeched. Hitting a survivor with the intestinal whip or leeching gland adds to the leech speed. That's a new one. Changing it up on me, I see. Well, the meter is filled. When the meter is filled, the survivor is inflicted with Leeched 1. Leeched 1, the leech meter fills automatically. Leeched 2, the survivor is afflicted with Broken. If healthy, they become injured. Special ability, Intestinal Whip. In head form, press the attack button to lash out with your internal organs. Survivors afflicted with Leeched can be damaged by Intestinal Whip. Intestinal Whip partially fills a survivor's leech meter up to Leech 1. Special ability, Regurgitate. In body form, press and hold the power button to charge Regurgitate. When charged, tap the attack button to spew a leeching gland. Leeching Gland completely fills the survivor's leech meter up to leech 1. Glowing Fungus. Survivors can eat glowing fungus to decrease the leech meter over time. Being hit ends the effect. Special ability, Headlong Flight. In head form, press and hold the power button to speed through the air. From what I understand, the Krasue is kind of like a miniature plague when it comes to the leech mechanic. But it's gotten rid of differently, and getting rid of it doesn't really make her stronger. But it's another side quest killer. You have to find some mushrooms to not get leeched. Let's see her perk. Perk number 1, Ravenous. The scent of blood is in the air. Time to feast. Whenever you hook a survivor for the first time, gain 1 token up to a maximum of 4. When you have 4 tokens, all survivors scream and are inflicted with exposed for 60 seconds. I don't really see this perk getting much use unless, like, the highly mobile killers might be able to take advantage of it, but we'll have to see. Wandering Eye. Whenever you start chasing a survivor, reveal the auras of all other injured survivors within 16 meters for 5 seconds. This perk has a 30-second cooldown. Hex, Overture of Doom. A hex that plays on the paranoia of others. Spawns a hex totem that curses the farthest generator and reveals its aura in yellow. When a survivor repairs the curse generator for 5 seconds, you gain undetectable and your terror radius is applied to the generator for 30 seconds. When the curse generator is repaired, the next farthest generator is cursed. I do like this perk quite a bit. It's a very interesting one for me. Yeah, I fear that survivors who know totem spawns, once they find out that the generator they're on is the cursed generator, they will be able to know pretty much exactly where the hex totem is. Which isn't entirely a bad thing, but it's still there. And now, for the most important part of a killer. I'm gonna deactivate all of my little screen effects for a second. Just so we have a complete unobstructed view of the Mori. Let's see it. The more I see her do her thing, the more she disgusts me. Oh my god, this killer is so gross. So we got our first game. Let's go. That's gross. Oh, I like her chase thing. That's gonna require some learning. Okay, I can't vault. Oh, it's a charge attack. Oh, this is so gross. This is so gross. I hate it. Oh my god. Why were you injured? Why are the generators on fire? I don't get it. These guys are sneaky. Oh, hi! I'm gonna leave you alone. I want the others. That's so hard to control. I don't like it. That's why. What? I don't get it. Enough of that! Oh my god. I really don't like that. Where the hell did you go? Key control is super funky. I'm not that big of a fan of it. Oh, nice one. She is really hard to control. I really don't like it. You know, when I was reading, when she was initially teased, and while I was reading her notes and the patch notes, she was striking me as like a pseudo twin. I thought her body and head moved separately. I'm so glad that it's not the case. Otherwise, chasing in loops like Shaq would be so obnoxious because the head can't break balance. Hi, Bunny. Sorry, I didn't notice. From all the freaking notice you were here with all this chaos. Hey, Bunny, check this out. Hey guys, so by this point in the stream I had gone full tilt. I just had 2 games where the lag was so bad that I couldn't chase anyone. And the game just before this was a 4-stack bully squad that was sweating way harder than they had to in a PTB. But I won't hate on them. If that's how they play the game, so be it. It's not my place to judge. The footage playing in the background was the last match I played on stream. I streamed for around 4 hours and hadn't eaten anything yet, so I needed to take a break. It was also the longest game, as well as the game where I performed the best, as there was hardly any lag and I was starting to get the hang of the killer. But I was so tilted that I hardly said anything, if at all. Instead of just chopping this match up and ending the video, I thought I'd take some time to address some of the changes in this PTB, because there have been some massive discourse amongst the community about this update. Survivor mains rejoicing over their biggest problems finally being solved, and killers saying that this is marking the end of Dead by Daylight. I'm going to be leaving the footage playing in the background as I talk about it, so I just wanted to put in my 2 cents about the whole situation. I'll start by saying this. If you're one of the people complaining about these changes, you were part of the problem to begin with. If you needed to slug and tunnel to get kills, that's a skill issue. And you brought this update on yourself. It's important to note that 50% of these changes aren't even going to make it to the live server anyway. With how much the killers have been straight up hating on this update, and with the PTB being live and trusted people being in there to provide feedback, there is a high likelihood only some of these changes will make it to live. And whatever changes do make it to live, there is a slight possibility that they won't be as extreme. So just keep that in mind. In regards to the slugging reduction, I'm a streamer. It's inevitable that there are going to be killers that see TTV in someone's name and decide to get super sweaty and toxic. It's a part of all PvP games, but I agree that this change was needed. I played a Survivor game recently where the killer was Bubba. He didn't manage to get more than 3 hooks before the exit gates were powered, so he resorted to slugging, only hooking 1 survivor and leaving the rest of us to bleed out. That, in my opinion, is unacceptable. Killers usually respond with, just run anti-slug perks then. And we would, if anti-slug perks weren't just straight up ass. Unbreakable only works once, no mither can be used any number of times but you're permanently injured, and Michonne's Conviction has the drawback that you're down again after 30 seconds. We can't just run anti-slug because the negatives outweigh the positive on those perks. My friend Neo Dragon Genesis uses a build consisting of no mither and tenacity because she gets slugged a lot. Once the killers figure out she can't be slugged, she instead gets tunneled. Survivors should not have to resort to certain builds just because killers think slugging and tunneling is normal behavior. And the fact that behavior is addressing these issues means that the game was never intended to play like this to begin with. The update makes it so survivors take 90 seconds to pick themselves up. As someone who plays killers, survivors shouldn't even be on the floor for that long. If you see someone lining up a flashlight save, just run them off. They'll eventually run too far away to make the save. So pick up the survivor once they do. Don't start a whole new chase just because you saw another survivor nearby. It's really not that hard. As for tunneling reduction, I'll say it again. If you complain about this issue, you are part of the problem. Sure, killing the weakest link in a survivor group has its advantages, and killing someone because they are a problem or a bother is valid. I'll admit, I've tunneled people out for going way out of the way to get in my face. But they were my exception, not my rule. I can win just fine by ignoring people I've already hooked. This update makes that easier for me, because the game tells me who I've hooked last and how many times I've hooked each survivor. The nerfs you get for tunneling are just incentives for me to watch myself. Don't let a survivor die before I've hooked 6 people. If the person I just hooked is on death hook, ignore them for a minute, instead of going after them the second I see them. It's incentivizing killers to be aware of what they're doing. The biggest thing this update does is kill off the Sadako players that bypass all normal game mechanics by teleporting over and over again until someone gets condemned. That was an annoying and unhealthy playstyle, and I'm glad it's gone. Now I just wished that the Sweat Lord survivors would take a chill pill now that killers have to pace themselves. Now with the controversial stuff out of the way, let's talk about the killer. Earlier in the video, I know I probably called her Krasue or Krasue, but I know now that it's probably pronounced Krasue. But with that out of the way, but besides that, I am actually a big fan of this killer. She's not too strong, she's not too weak. She's really fun to play, and the survivors I have faced have openly told me that she was fun to play against. She's got a high skill floor, so she's going to take some learning, but once you get her down, it becomes really... It starts to feel good to play her. I was afraid that she was going to be a second Twins, having her head and body move separately, and I'm glad they didn't go that route. Now she's just a bit of a weaker Plague. But I really like her. She's fun to play. I hear she's fun to play against, and I can't wait to see how she feels when she hits live servers. I am by no means a professional tip giver, You'll never find me uploading videos about guides on how to play certain killers. I am really bad at that. But I do have a couple tips from what I found in my experience to make playing her a little better. At the start of the game, don't use her head form to deal damage. Early game, use it for mobility. When you find a survivor, switch to your body form and chase them that way. Then you use your regurgitate power in your body form to apply the status effect to the survivor. Keep chasing them. If they're still looping you around a pallet, hit them once. And then as they start to run away, switch back over to your head form, chase after them. And then you can chase them in your head form. Her head form is faster than her body form. It doesn't get bloodlust, and it cannot break pallets. So you have to make sure to be careful when you're using your head form. But when you give them the status effect from being in body form, head form now deals damage. So if you're in a loop, give them the status effect, hit them once. When they go to move from one loop to another, switch to your head form to give chase, and then try to see if you can chase them in that form. But don't treat it as like the main part. She is much better as an M1 killer than she is using her head form to deal damage. Now on to the killer changes in this update. The changes to Clown and Kaneki don't bother me. I don't play those killers, though I am glad Behavior realized their mistake with Clown's last update, and I'm glad Kaneki can no longer kidnap people. That was the most frustrating part about playing against him as a survivor. Dracula getting his wolf form nerfed and his vampire and bat form side graded. Well, the vampire form got side graded, the bat got buffed. But those are changes that I love. I am an enjoyer of killers with anti-loops, so I prefer vampire form over wolf form immensely. We're actually going to save the rework of Michael Myers for another video. I did say that I enjoy anti-loop killers, but Mikey is my main. And at first glance, I love his changes. This is the buff he's absolutely needed for years. I haven't had a chance to playtest his rework yet, which is why I'm saving him for another video. I want to properly feel him out before I make any absolute decisions on him. I will say this, the dash attack is not something I needed. I do agree that kind of pulls him away from his source material, because he's never been much of a dash killer. He doesn't really run at you. Like, he's not fast moving at all. Sure, he seems to teleport, but dashing forward like that is not really what Michael Myers does. So I'll have to wait until I playtest him to really feel if the dash attack was necessary. Also, I'm super glad that Tombstone and Infinite Tier 3 went away. But you know what I'm even more happy about? Scratched Mirror survived. I can still plague my friends in custom games for much, much longer. But yeah, that's my spiel. A huge thank you to anyone who actually watched this far in the video. I know videos like this probably aren't entertaining enough to like actually sit through, and I'm trying to work on being more entertaining, but socially awkward me, as well as being somebody who's not putting on a facade on the internet, it's difficult for me to kind of not be me if you don't think I'm entertaining. Yeah, thanks for watching this far in the video. I will let the gameplay continue to play out. If you want to watch to the end, I do Mori 3 of the survivors, and I let the fourth one go despite me having been able to murder them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.
Neon flickers, fractured dreams. I'm the ghost you try to ignore, but you can't escape the dance floor. Breathless beats and shattered glass. Every move could be your last. Underneath the flashing light, I'm the shadow hiding inside. Heartbeat pounds like a war drum's call. You try to rise, but you just fall. Fingers crack like a loaded gun. The kiss is over, nowhere to run. Wires hung with electric rage. You're a pawn in my war game stage. Twisting moves in a deadly spin. Let the reckoning begin. Echoes crack through the neon haze. Step by step you lose your ways. No heroes here, just fading light. The shadow is dead. Heartbeat pounds like a war drum's call. You try to rise, but you just fall. Fingers crack like a loaded gun. The death is over, nowhere to run. Shadow on the dance floor, closing. Feel the cold pull beneath your skin. No escape, no second chance. You're caught in my deadly dance. Steel and flame, I don't play fair. I change the game. I don't fade into the night. This shadow owns the fight. Break the beat, crush the light. The shadows born from endless night. No mercy here, no rewind. Step in line or lose your mind. Shadow on the dance floor, closing in. Feel the cold pull beneath your skin. No escape, no second chance. You're caught in my deadly dance. Shadow on the dance floor, steel and flame. I don't play fair, I change the game. Fight or fade into the night. The shadow owns the fight.
All the roads we traveled, the journey of our lives. Take another picture before we say goodbye. Arm in arm, we're standing side by side. Memories fade, but legends never die. One last time, let's live for something. I can feel my blood, it's rushing. This ain't goodbye, we'll be back someday.